You know what I learned? Life is a lot like steak. Everyone has their own preference. Rare, medium, well done. But no matter how you like it, what really matters is doing it right. And since we're turning 1, we're going to celebrate the only way we know how, with plenty of perfectly cooked steak. And I figured, what better way than learning the science of the steer by actually cooking one myself. Welcome to my kitchen with Chef Daniel here. I'm gonna get to cook steak.
Keep going for the 16-ounce ribeye.
Chef, yell at me. Be mean.
Season it.
Oh, yes, Chef. I've been wanting that. Get out of here. A year of the Lifestyle Lab calls for something big, bold, and juicy. So we're taking the celebration straight to Morton's, the steakhouse where flavor meets science. This is where we test, taste, and prove the science of the Sear. Morton's Steakhouse wasn't born in some fancy boardroom. Believe it or not, it all started with a burger. Back in the 70s, Chef Klaus Fritsch served Arnie Morton what he called a $1 million hamburger. And one bite later, Morton said, "We're opening a restaurant." That's how Morton's of Chicago was born in 1978. Since then, it's gone from one steakhouse to a global icon. One known for prime beef, over-the-top sides, and that legendary lava cake. And now, from Chicago to Manila, Morton's is serving up more than just steak. It's serving a whole celebration. But to truly understand Morton's, you can't just sit at the table. You have to step behind the scenes. Because the real story starts where the flames are hottest. That's in the kitchen. Okay, I'm gonna put on a hairnet because we need to be sanitary, guys. It's like I'm giving birth again. Let's do this, right, guys? So here we are, hairnet on, ready to face the heat. And guiding me through the science of the Sear, Morton's very own Chef Daniel. What cut are we handling right now?
This will be the 16-ounce ribeye.
Ribeye.
So,
Ribeye.
yeah. The best way also would be to season it is to start at one end and just evenly back and forth across the whole way.
I do this, but now I'm getting nervous doing it. Evenly. Is this, what's this, salt?
This is our Morton's seasoned salt. So it's got a mix of spices.
Smells good. So is that enough or more salt?
I go a little bit more.
Okay. A little bit more salting.
Yeah, like there.
That's generous salting.
Yep.
Okay.
Good to go.
Whoa. I'm excited to cook.
You just pick it up and put it straight there.
Guys, this is as hot as hell would be. So just straight.
Straight on.
Wow, look at that. You guys, if you can feel this,
So
it's like a, it's like from here, it feels like it's 50 degrees heat, like the hottest summer you could imagine. But inside is about
1,000 degrees?
1,000 degrees.
Right, from here, we can go ahead and just turn
Guys,
it over.
look at this, it's so beautiful. Oh my God, Chef. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, that's so much, yeah. Well, you were holding it.
Or me, I mean, usually you can take a temperature, but
Yeah.
or else you can do like a
So you can sit, you can touch
kind
it.
of
Yeah.
tell it's
And
like
tell.
a medium rare.
Ah, that's how. Because
Yeah.
if it bounces still, it's
Yeah.
medium.
So you can do like a. They have like a
Yeah,
trick when you
yeah.
do that one, right? So.
I hope I won't. Morton's Manila isn't just a steakhouse. It's an experience. Step inside and you'll see why they call this one of the sexiest Mortons in the world. With soaring ceilings, soft golden light, and a wine cellar that holds over 700 bottles, it feels both grand and a little bit glamorous. Hey, so Luz, take me around. What's the difference with Morton's here as compared to all the Mortons? When you walk in, when you see the place, is it similar or is it?
Ma'am, here in the Philippines, ma'am, this is the sexiest Mortons, ma'am.
Yeah, I read that. Sexiest Mortons. Take me around. Why is this sexy? Show me what makes Mortons in the Philippines sexy.
Yeah, it's a modern design of restaurant in Mortons. So the wine also here is, there's a wine cellars. Compared with other Mortons, ma'am, the wine cellars there is inside the room. So
Yes.
here, ma'am, we display it
Yes.
with our selections, ma'am, like sommelier, bottled wines, American red wines.
Honestly, it's a little intimidating, but in the best possible way. But then again, steak should feel like a celebration, right? And if the steak doesn't sweep you off your feet, the bar might. Where yes, you can flirt with your bartender or pretend someone just sent you a drink.
Someone gave a drink for me.
Ooh, someone gave a drink for me. I wonder who it is. Oh, it's Luz. Thank you, Luz. But as impressive as Morton's look, the real show happens where the heat is highest. That's in the kitchen. First up, the classic shrimp cocktail. Fresh, crunchy, juicy shrimp with a citrusy, spicy tomato dip. Honestly, flavorful enough that I didn't even need a lemon. Then, the bacon steak. So tender you don't even need a knife. It practically melts in your mouth. It's melting in my mouth. Sweet, salty, smoky, the kind of flavor that makes you want to order rice immediately. Then there's the lobster bisque. Creamy, rich, and those big chunks of lobster in every spoonful. The sour cream on top makes it extra indulgent. Big chunks of lobster and cream in the middle. I'll just look at that. That's good. I love the big chunks of lobster. This is a meal on its own. And of course, the highlights, starting with bone-in ribeye. Let's get in the middle. Look at that. Perfect medium rare. Guys, don't try it. Don't try it. This is all for me. It's amazing. It's cooked perfectly. I love this is the ribeye cut, and as Chef was saying earlier, it's a little bit of fat in it. And the juices that's dripping out, oh my gosh, I just have to. Medium rare, juicy with a little char and smokiness. So good. I'm not sharing this one. Can you play music in my head? And if you like bold flavors, the Cajun ribeye brings the spice. Okay, so now this was marinated for 48 hours. And there you go. Same cut, different sauce. Same tenderness, just with a fiery kick. Personally, I'm still loyal to the classic ribeye, but with the truffle fries on the side, no complaints. And of course, no steak dinner is complete without the sides. First up, the potato gratin. It's creamy, cheesy, and comforting. Almost like French onion soup in disguise. Perfect with a steak. Oh my. It's a potato gratin. Well, usually it's potato. Boom. Lobster mac and cheese with actual chunks of lobster. This ruins every other mac and cheese out there for me. This one. Yum. And just when you think you can't take another bite, dessert happens. The Morton's legendary hot chocolate cake is the real reason why people come here. This is the legendary Morton's chocolate. Oh my god. Wow, it's famous for a reason. Rich, dark chocolate lava with vanilla ice cream to balance it out. Heaven. And then lastly, the key lime pie. Tart yet creamy, refreshing but rich. Definitely best for sharing, though you might not want to. So good, I'll come back even just for dessert. It's so good. At Morton's, we learned that steak is equal parts science and passion. Science may have perfected the sear, but here, it's the company, the laughter, and the last bite of dessert that seals the deal. Research conclusion: one steak is never enough. Repeat visit required. Our celebration doesn't just stop at one steakhouse, because why not do 2 or 3? The Lifestyle Lab is turning 1 after all, and what's a celebration without a little indulgence? From the science of the sear at Morton's, we're moving to a steakhouse that's all about drama and flair. I first saw Smith Wollensky in the big screen. Remember that scene in The Devil Wears Prada? Andy racing across New York clutching Miranda Priestley's steak?
Make the impossible pop. Yeah, calling about the Harry Potter manuscript? No. I'm homeless. Is she back? Am I fired?
And if you don't have that Harry Potter book by then, don't even bother coming back.
That was tragic. Well, today, I made sure that my Smith Wollensky steak won't end up on the floor. Because here in Manila, this iconic New York steakhouse has set up shop. And it's right here in the heart of BGC. Smith Wollensky isn't just a steakhouse, it's an institution. Born in New York in 1977, it quickly became the go-to for power dining. Think green leather banquets, prime steak, and a wine list that is as thick as a novel. Over the years, it's expanded to London, Taipei, and Las Vegas. And now, Manila joins the map. An all-American steakhouse with Filipino touches. Walking in here, you feel it right away. It's bold, it's stylish, and it's got that unmistakable New York steakhouse attitude. But at the same time, there's something proudly local in the details. It is the first Smith Wollensky in the world with its own bar and lounge, complete with live jazz, Wednesdays to Saturdays.
Sometimes when the men restaurant is full,
Yes.
you can order from the men menu as well. But we do have bar snacks, and we will introduce in the next couple of weeks happy hour,
Yes.
early happy hour, buy two, one for free
Yeah, wow.
for the next week or couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So just to bring more customers in.
So you can order whatever it is that you can order on the other side
Correct.
in here, but also they have the option of having just bar chows.
Yeah.
With 230 wine labels, more than half of them American, and with a cocktail list that includes everything from margaritas to martinis, this is where you can come to linger. And then the showpiece, the dry aging room. USDA prime rib resting up to 32 days, building that tenderness and flavor you just can't fake. It's like stepping into the very heart of the steakhouse. And the one making sure it all comes together, the chef himself, Chef JP. And he tells me what sets Smith & Wollensky apart.
I'm not being biased because I work here in Smith & Wollensky, but I believe this is one of the best ways that they cook the steak that I've discovered.
And what is that best way of cooking it?
We cook it on a broiler, really hot broiler, roughly around 700 degrees, so it gives it that crust, and you let it rest. So our steaks really takes roughly around, especially the bone-ins, around 30 to 40 minutes to cook. And it's a race against putting it in the broiler and then resting it and letting all the heat and the juices stay and cook.
Yes.
And then probably do it around 2 to 3 times. And then on the final sear gives it that final crust, and then you serve it to the customers. And I believe that's the best way because it gives that little crust on the top, melts that salt, so that's a little salty top, and then that thick cut gives it that juice in the middle.
After hearing Chef JP discuss the process and that 700-degree magic, I just had to taste it. Let's start with the bread. We've got to start with the bread. Buttery, salty, fluffy. Honestly, I'd come here just for this. It's one good bread. It's salty, brioche, so buttery, salty really. Now they're classics. So let's start with the scallops. I'm gonna cut that. Ooh, it's falling apart, I like it. This is a crab cake, no fuzz, mostly crab. I'd eat it on its own. And it's apparently one of the classic dishes that you can have here. Now the angry shrimp. Add the citrus sauce also. It's a little more citrusy, so it balances the Cajun spices of the shrimp. Yum, what a good start. From the scallops on sweet corn custard to the classic crab cakes and angry shrimp, each bite is refined but hearty. Exactly what you'd expect from an American steakhouse. And then the star, the USDA Prime 28-day dry-aged bone-in New York strip. I was told that this is a steakhouse that ends all arguments, so this is the test of that. Okay. Perfect flavoring. That was, just that right amount of saltiness, the way I want it. It's so juicy as well. I can't wait to dip it into the juice. Around here, I love doing that. It's cooked perfectly, so tender, And this is actually a New York strip, which is usually, it has more bite to it. And it's not that fatty, but it feels like it's so tender. It feels like it's almost like another cut. But this is actually a strip wine. Medium rare, perfectly seared, with that crust locking in all the juices. It's rich, smoky, and simply unforgettable. And of course, no steakhouse experience is complete without the wine. Because here, you can sip their own private reserve Meritage blend made exclusively for Smith & Wollensky. This has everything. It's full-bodied, fruity, and elegant. The perfect partner for steak. Okay, I get it now. Steak, the Smith & Wollensky way, just hits different. Because here, the steak doesn't whisper, it makes an entrance. Big, bold, unapologetic. And unlike in Devil Wears Prada, this one is not going near the floor. Just straight to my belly.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm welcome to the woman of the hour, Miss Aisha Bo. It's always a joy to have all of us gather at our very own Aboiti's Tech Space. This is really a place where ideas come alive, where innovation meets collaboration, and where we can imagine the future together. And it's a true honor for all of us to welcome Aisha, whose life story shines with hope, with ambition, and endless possibility.
So this journey to being outside of a car, to having the world watch, is more than just a mission to space. It's what happens when we dare to dream. It's what happens when people like you and I refuse to be restricted by what people think are facts or the status quo, and we decide that we are going to reinvent ourselves by being wildly and completely unrealistic at every turn. We're looking at someone that did not actually apply to college. Because by the time I got to high school, and I was talking with my guidance counselor, I was told college is not for people like you. I was told that going to school was going to be very expensive. And so I settled. And I actually took the same initial path with my father. I ended up in the same community college. And that first year, I felt so lost because having made it to the age of 18, I really didn't have any goals or any dreams that I felt proud of. And every day when I woke up and I looked at myself in the mirror, I felt this crushing weight of the future. What was I gonna do? Who was I gonna be and what was I gonna become? What if you decided to focus only on the things that matter to you? What if you decided to commit to fantasy? And that fantasy was very simple. And it may not even sound outrageous to you in this moment when I tell you, but at the time, it was 3 dreams that felt too far out of reach. And the first was, I want to go to a university. The second goal was, what am I going to study at that university? And I looked at all the majors of the school I hoped to go to, which was the University of Michigan, and I saw aerospace. I mean, it was at the top of the list. And I was like, wow, that sounds like it's really hard. And if I can go from community college and I can study aerospace, then I will know that I'm smart. The third was I was going to work at NASA. Because I didn't know where aerospace engineers went other than to work on cars, and I didn't want to work on cars. And so I said, all right, these are my 3 things. I'm going to go to a university, I'm going to study aerospace, and I'm going to work at NASA, and that's it. And so I said, Aisha, that next big, crazy, scary goal that you're going to reach for is going to space. No one expected me to be anything, I was actually able to become everything. And that future also extends to you. Sometimes you're closer than you could ever imagine. Because I believe that in the next 5 years, you and this country will put someone in space. And I know that you will do something even better than what I did. I know that you will work with FOSA. I know you will work with all of the organizations here, whether they're Fulbright or the US government. And you will find a way to showcase your innovation and brilliance on a world stage so that other people can be inspired by it as you step into the spotlight of joining the other spacefaring nations.
After globe-trotting through American icons, it felt just right to come back home. Because steak culture isn't just imported, it's being reimagined right here in the Philippines. And we're better to celebrate that than Lobby 385 in San Juan. Just a year young, but it's already making serious noise on Manila's steak scene.
Okay, I'm Kalel Chan. I'm a chef partner here in Lobby 385.
Lobby 385 is a proudly Filipino-owned steakhouse with a vision to give Manila a homegrown destination for serious meat lovers. Here, Kalel Chan puts his own spin on the classics. Dry-aged hybrid beef. Think the bold, beefy bite of Angus, married with the melt-in-your-mouth richness of Wagyu. It's like East meets West.
One of my travels in Las Vegas, no? So I ate in one steakhouse. Tapos when I took a bite, I think, you know what, this is one of the best steaks that I've tried. So I closed my eyes, parang in-imagine ko na I'm not in Vegas, baka ano lang siya, parang overhype up lang sa akin. No? Tapos I stood up, talked to the chef, tapos sabi niya nun, I asked them, what kind of meat is this? Sabi niya, it's Australian, and then it's dry-aged, and the breed is hybrid. So, what do you mean by hybrid? So it's 50% Angus, 50% Wagyu. So there's such thing as breed na ganon. So when I had an opportunity to open one, so yun yung unang-unang hinanap ko dito sa Philippines. It's unique, yeah. So when you think of Angus, medyo napaglumaan na siya ng panahon. It's very, very meaty, very may bite. Yun talaga yung steak. Tapos nagkaroon ng Wagyu, which is sometimes, you know, Filipinos love it, pero it's just too fatty. When you bite, oh, it melts in your mouth, pero hilo ka after. Diba? So this breed, binreed just in the middle, 50-50, para tama-tama lang yung meat niya and tama-tama lang yung marbling niya. So, when you bite it, you can still feel the steak na hindi agad nagme-melt sa mouth mo. But it's soft. Tapos na ito, pinadry age pa natin. So, mas naging intense yung beef taste.
Instead of a conventional gas grill, Chef Kalel fires up an imported charcoal oven all the way from Slovenia. Call it an old-school analog way of cooking. But it's what seasons the steak, not just with smoke, but with the character of the oven itself. The result? Meat that's kissed with fire, layered with flavor, and an unforgettable bite after bite.
Of course, diba, in every table, there's a table conversation lagi. Ano yung doneness na gusto mo? Diba? Some people like medium rare, some people like well done, kaya nga I don't judge, diba? Some like medium well. Pero paano yun? Nag-iisang steak pa tayo, sometimes too heavy when you order a kilo, diba? Tapos, mananalo lang yung isa, in the middle lang medium well. So, hindi na may enjoy ng MR yung steak niya. So, what I do here, I serve my steaks all medium rare. So it's served in a hot plate with my special butter. And then I serve it with a hot stone.
That's just the headliner, but the supporting acts are just as exciting. Every dish here feels like a part of a full celebration. Chef Kalel made sure he helms that kind of menu that makes you want to linger, order one more plate, and share everything on the table. Potato pave crisp, thin golden layers stacked like edible art. The stracciatella caprese is like summer on a plate. For pasta, Lobby 385 just released one of its newest dishes, the Maine lobster capellini. International and standard, proudly local at heart.
Number one, it's a Filipino brand. And then I have 100% creative control of this restaurant, unlike yung mga franchise na they have certain limitations. Yeah, dito it's limitless. I adjusted all the flavor for the Filipino palate. Filipinos love celebration. Steak is the easiest na handa sa restaurant. Kasi Filipinos, of course, we love lechon. But you have to bring your whole barangay para ma-enjoy mo yung whole lechon. Kasi to have a celebration, buying lang 1 kilo of lechon, it's different from having a whole piece of pork on your table. Kaya Filipinos tend to go to steakhouse because number one, it caters for 2, for 4, and then of course it's luxurious.
So this isn't just a steakhouse, it's a Filipino celebration served medium rare. Just like steak, life is best enjoyed when shared, with laughter, with company, and with the moments that stay with you as long as the last bite. So here's to 1 year of the Lifestyle Lab. Well done, but just getting started.